Whoa!
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Online, KZOZ.com. That's where you can link up and find out everything you need to know about the SLO Film Festival, the 25th annual. Wendy Eidson here. 25th annual.
25th annual, yes. And, I've been around for 14 of it. So
I know, long time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You have the majority of it.
I know.
So
more than half.
Who was the director when the torch was passed to you on year 11?
Oh, well, they actually had a couple of different people involved. For the first 10 years or so, it was Mary Harris, who sort of was the founder and executive director.
Okay.
And she was just did an amazing job. And then they sort of switched it from being almost all older movies to when I got involved, we started doing mostly new movies, new movies that haven't been released yet. So it made a major switch at that point, and also it used to be in October, got switched to March, and so it's been growing since I started in 2000. 2006 was my first festival, and I think we had like maybe 200 films or so submitted to our competition. Now we have over 1,000. I think we showed 29 new films that year. Now we have 72 or so in that competition.
Is it because do you get more submissions because it's easier to make movies now? As opposed to what it was in 2006?
It's probably a combination of things like, yes, I think it is easier to make movies, but they still, they have a lot of festivals to consider, too. There's over 1,000 film festivals in this country.
In this country?
Yeah.
Alone?
Yes, there's just so many film festivals. So you have to try to get in front of filmmakers and say, hey, our festival is good because... And we were lucky because we got on the Movie Maker magazine list, and we've been on it for, I think, 4 or 5 different times. And the list is 50 film festivals most worth the entry fee. And that's what filmmakers are looking at as, is this where I want to spend my entry fee money? And that's where we've really started to get a great reputation, and they do want to be here, apparently.
If there's 1,000 film festivals... I mean,
yeah.
I can't think of 1,000 cities in this country worthy enough. I mean, big enough to host.
They don't have to be big enough. Did you know there's one in Cambria now?
No, I didn't. There's a Cambria Film Festival?
They just had theirs. There's all, they focus on romantic films, and it was just a weekend thing. But
wow.
I mean, there's not, a lot of them are short, fairly short. But then the big cities tend to have many film festivals.
Right, like Los Angeles has got
to
have a host, I mean, probably every month. They have got a film festival somewhere in the in the Southland.
So there are a lot, but a lot of towns. Like I go to the Napa Valley Film Festival. There's also one in Sonoma. So you'd be surprised. There's a lot.
Wendy, I'm looking through the guide here of some of the movies, and some of my friends are in a movie called Tin City.
Oh yeah,
and this is really cool. You know where Tin City is? Jeff, it's up in the south part of Paso Robles.
I'm familiar with it.
Barrel House.
I might,
as an Uber driver, Jeff.
And I may have spent a few Saturday afternoons there.
Which is really neat. So, like, if you know somebody who works or, makes wine or cider or beer or spirits or, God, they're making everything
food
there.
Now?
Food. Yeah. It's really caught on. And it's really exciting. The movie is about the people who started it and the entrepreneurial spirit in that area, and what a great model it is for businesses to be able to support each other the way they do, and most of them are very young, and it's a very inspiring documentary.
It's kind of like the new generation of winemakers are over in Tin City, and you can watch that story Thursday night at the Fremont. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. That's the world premiere. It's Dina Mandy's film. So we're premiering it at the Fremont that night with a movie about Rich Ferguson called Becoming Rich.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And
it's all about Rich.
And then Tin City is also going to screen in Paso Robles twice, Friday night and Sunday afternoon.
It's crazy. You speak of Tin City, just the tourist destination that has become within a tourist destination.
Exactly.
It's like Paso Robles is such a tourist destination, and it used to be known for, people are like, oh, well, take me to the winery with the most sweeping views and all that stuff. Now they're like, well, I call Tin City like every weekend Mardi Gras for adults. Like people that act as adults,
Right.
It's like,
but there's no beads or the other.
Yeah, and
thing.
it's a daytime destination.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is that it's really the opposite of boutique-y Paso Robles.
Yeah.
It's in a warehouse district. It's industrial. It's they have. It's just it's the basics.
Yeah.
Of, what you need to create a really cool little neighborhood of businesses, and I really like the whole.
Well, yeah, I mean, they start off with beer and wine, and now they do spirits there. They have a creamery there. They have a homemade craft pasta place there. They have a restaurant there. There's probably so many other things there.
I need to go spend some more time there.
We were taking the kids. We had to get them out of the house because it was raining all weekend. So we were looking for stuff to do on Sunday. We're like, hey, let's jump on the train and ride it down to San Luis Obispo. So we did, and we went back the back end of Tin City, and I don't know what winery it is, but there's a winery with a tasting porch that faces the railroad tracks, and then bunch of pallets and wine barrels and everything surrounding it. I was like, yes, that's what
pretty basic.
That's what I call ambiance.
I think it's our buddy Stu's place.
Yeah,
I think that's
hey, whatever.
The sack,
whatever floats your boat, man. It looked pretty cool.
It is the 25th annual SLO International Film Festival. The King Vidor Award, KZOZ, we're sponsoring this night. I didn't know that till I just opened the book here.
My favorite King Vidor Award winner of all time, because just stunning. Anne Margaret.
She was great.
Oh, just stunning.
I went that night. I have not been to all of these. I mean, Morgan Freeman has been a past winner, Jeff Bridges.
In Grumpy Old Men, come on. That's right. You were attracted to.
Oh, yes.
To Anne Margaret.
Yes, I was like a teenager, and I was still attracted.
It's weird because I think I was more Anne Margaret than Sophia Loren in the second one.
Josh Brolin, Alan Arkin. Who's this guy?
My first year was Morgan Freeman, and that was a hard act to follow the next year.
God, no kidding.
Where do you go next?
Swinging for the fences.
Okay.
I know, but we really have had amazing people since then. You mentioned Josh Brolin. Anne Margaret was here a couple of years ago. That was a lot of fun. And let's see, Peter Fonda and Norman Jewison, who, a lot of people were saying, who in the year we honored him. And then they sat down, they watched this tribute reel, which we do when we give the award. We put together a pretty amazing little sort of group of clips that really make you appreciate the range of these people. And Norman Jewison's was just, oh, okay, that's who he is. This year it's going to be Alfred Molina, and I think it's the same thing with Alfred Molina. I think he's, not a total household name. However, people that love him, love him. People that aren't sure who he is tend to recognize him once they see his face. He's just done such a wide range of things. I like to say he's a real actor.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
Yeah.
That's when he was young.
Yeah, yes.
Or younger.
That was.
He's still a young guy.
I think
65.
that was his movie debut, actually.
Yeah.
But he's a stage actor, and he's amazingly talented. I actually got to see him on Broadway. He was doing art with Alan Alda and Victor Garber. Just the three of them, and it was just the most amazing play.
So cool. I love that. I think it's so neat that San Luis Obispo gets this exposure. We get so much great exposure from the wine scene here and the different people that come here for wine. And there's so many different reasons to come here to vacation at the beach and things like that. And this is just kind of a whole nother level, and it's kind of show off what a great place this is. And it's such a fun. I remember when Jeff Bridges came. That was really the only one that I went to where I got to go to the after party. I think you hooked me up.
Oh yeah, we had a good time.
I had the best photo bomb. I was standing there waiting to meet the dude.
You photobombed the dude. You photobombed the dude.
Suzanne's
you did a dude
friend
like
cuts in front of me, and she's a girl. So he puts his arm around her, and right in between their heads, my face is right there. And she didn't notice it for over a year. Best photo bomb ever.
Yeah, he was a great guest. And he came
was
back
very hospitable.
to give the award to Josh Brolin, too. And Josh Brolin actually wanted to come back this year to present the next award. And he got an email this morning saying he's off to Jordan and somewhere else to make a movie.
Work calls.
I know.
It's not all film festivals when your movie starts.
The nice thing is, though, that so many, and Alan Arkin wanted to come back, too, to present an award. I'm not going to say to who, because I'm hoping it might happen next year. But it's so gratifying to me that they want to come back.
And we're just close enough, right? To LA, to Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff Bridges took the train from Santa Barbara when he came up here. So, and that's something that they don't always understand.
He took the train? That's so great.
That's awesome. The train ride is amazing.
But a lot
Jeff
of
it's a
loves
great
the train.
It's a great train ride.
I do too.
You have to do that train
He
ride.
has to know that.
I did the same thing with my kids, by the way, except I went from here to Paso.
But you guys aren't Jeff Bridges.
Well, yeah, great entertainment.
I would
Yeah,
just
it really
imagine
is.
that he knows
That's a long trip, though.
people are going to recognize him, and they're going to, but he still does it.
Yeah, I know. That's the kind of people that I love to honor, too.
Yeah.
And I think Alfred Molina fits totally into that category, too. They don't need a lot of fuss. You don't have to, it really makes it more relaxed, not only for us as the staff, but also just for the audience, too, just to have someone who's going to come to the party, going to hang out, going to, just be happy to be here. Instead of having people guarding them and all that stuff. So I think I'm excited about this.
Quickly, if people want to get tickets to any of the shows that are taking place, where's the best source to do so?
Well, so what we do is we pre-sell a number of the special events like the ones we were just talking about, and that's at slowfilmfest.org. The regular movies in the festival, we don't pre-sell most of them because we just don't have the space. We let pass holders in first, and they get priority seating, and then we sell rush tickets if there's seats available.
Also, KZOZ.com, a great place to link up just to get there, and it's easy to remember. Great to see you, Wendy.
Thank you. I hope to see you at the next after party.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.